Everything is falling apart in The Handmaid's Tale, and with only 4 episodes left in the final season, the tension has never felt heavier. What was once a glimmer of hope is quickly slipping through the fingers of June, Nick, and Commander Lawrence. This episode, the shortest one in a long time, was packed with betrayals, difficult choices, and power plays that could shift the fate of Gilead forever. We pick up with June and Moira, desperate to reach the Gilead border. Meanwhile, Janine begins to unravel under the pressure, and the once promising Mayday operation gets completely blown. Any sense of safety that June and the others had is now gone. June's relationship with Nick is once again under the spotlight. Just like June constantly throws herself into saving others, Nick carries the same burden when it comes to protecting her. That was on full display when Commander Lawrence hid both June and Moira in his basement. June opened up about the plan to assassinate commanders at Jezebel's, a move that could have shifted the power structure entirely. After realizing that most of the high commanders rejected his vision for New Bethlehem and planned to execute him, Lawrence decided to side with June. If the plan succeeded, he could emerge as the most powerful man in Gilead, finally able to lead the country in a less brutal direction. But to carry it out, they needed critical documents, letters and a map locked in a safe at Jezebel's. That's where Nick came in. He retrieved the items and planned to help June escape. However, he was carrying guilt over killing Toby in the previous episode, a decision he made to protect his double life and prevent his involvement from being discovered. Unfortunately, Nick was spotted at Jezebel's by Commander Bell. This sighting became the match that lit the fire. Commander Wharton got wind of it and confronted Nick, thinking he was cheating on his daughter. Under pressure and with no escape, Nick broke and gave up the entire Mayday operation, including the planned attack on Gilead's top leadership. This betrayal made one thing clear. Nick was ready to abandon everything just to save himself and be with June. In a heartbreaking twist, he even suggested they flee to Paris, the place they once dreamed about. But this came at a huge cost. He was willing to let others suffer as long as he and June had a shot at happiness. It exposed a selfish side of him, and one that June now has to reconcile with. June's indecision when it comes to love is also more noticeable than ever. One moment she's devoted to Luke, and the next she's wrapped up in Nick again. But this betrayal by Nick may have made the choice for her. The scene where he confesses the truth in a small, quiet space, forcing June to stay silent, was powerfully symbolic. When it cut to June alone, it visually emphasized her isolation and guilt, even if she wasn't the one who betrayed the mission. As for Commander Lawrence, he had a lot riding on the Mayday plan. With the potential to eliminate rivals like Commander Bell, it would have allowed him to finally lead Gilead the way he wanted. A small moment where he knocks over a king chess piece while talking to Angela felt deeply symbolic, hinting that he believed the current Gilead leadership would fall and he would take the throne, so to speak. But now that the plan has crumbled, his own life may be at risk again. Serena's role was minimal this episode, but it spoke volumes. She did offer June shelter, acknowledging that she was grateful for her rescue back in episode 1. But when she told June she was marrying Commander Wharton, it became clear that she was slipping back into her old life as a commander's wife. Her defense, "He's not like Fred," met with June's sharp response. "I really thought you wanted to change," made it clear how deeply Gilead still controls Serena's thinking. June also didn't share the attack plan with her, a sign she no longer trusts her. Interestingly, Serena's notebook documenting her time with Handmaids could become dangerous if Wharton uses it to reinforce Gilead's ideology. And with June plotting to kill Wharton, Serena's future husband, it could easily reopen conflict between them. Janine's storyline took a dark turn. She had stayed at Jezebel's, thinking she just had to wait a week. But now that the plan has collapsed, her hope is gone. Aunt Lydia tried to offer her a role in a new fertility clinic initiative, but Janine rejected it outright. Her pain stems from Lydia taking her daughter away, and nothing else will make up for that. Their argument escalated until Lydia slapped her, and Janine destroyed the room in anger, a powerful display of just how trapped and broken she feels. Her future is looking grim, and with Commander Bell's obsession over her, a tragic ending could be on the horizon. Overall, while this episode looked stunning, visually dark and rain-soaked, matching the heavy tone, it felt slow and somber. The production quality was top-tier and performances were solid, especially from Nick, whose complex motivations were on full display. His internal conflict over Toby's death, his love for June, and ultimately betraying Mayday showed how fragile his loyalties are. But the biggest lingering question remains, will we ever see June reunite with Hannah? With so little time left in the series, it feels more unlikely than ever. This episode boiled down to one pivotal moment, Nick's betrayal that destroyed the Mayday mission. That's 40 minutes of build-up to a single heartbreaking turning point. And now, with just 4 episodes to go, the pressure is on for the show to stick the land.